Aloha everybody, it's I, Marina Love from www.lovemovement.ca. I know there appears to be a little bit of a struggle in my voice right now, but that's because there is. And I have just been shaken awake by a really bad dream, as you could tell I've been sleeping. Um, and I'm not going to talk about what happened in the dream because I don't think I'm ready to, but it just brought up some things that were deeply rooted inside of me about us being born into a natural tendency to be loving and to be together and to help one another. And I've just seen this world just go completely crazy and separate themselves and be so unloving and angry and miserable and sad. And it makes me really sad because we could just stop this vicious cycle by taking responsibility and being more mindful of our emotions and being really conscious about the things that we're saying to ourselves and the things that we're saying to each other. And, before we say things, we should really think about it going through a couple doors first. One of the doors being, is it kind? The second door being, is it fair? And the third door being, is this coming from my heart? And, I just feel like the whole world's being torn apart because we're not living from our hearts. We're living too much from our heads, and we're forgetting all that we are and who we are. And it's really sad for me to see. I'm really emotional right now because this dream really triggered a lot of that trauma that I have from when I was bullied maliciously when I was in junior high and high school. And it just made me think about our lack of tolerance as a society. It's like you can tell a lot about a person based on how they drive a car. If they're flipping out at people left, right, and center, it kind of tells you a lot about that person. It's like, don't tell me that you've never cut someone off in traffic or you've never been that schmuck crossing the road or we've all been that person, and we really need to develop a level of tolerance and acceptance and just honoring people on their path about where they are instead of being hypercritical of those. It's really none of our business what other people's choices are. It really isn't, and it's not for us to interfere either. And I really think that we need to learn a lot more about free will and just, getting into that essence of really accepting people for what they do and who they are, and just coming from the heart. Because we were really born towards a natural tendency to love, and somehow fear got in the way of what we were when we were babies. And it's really sad for me to watch. I've been very sensitive my whole life towards this. When I was bullied, it was like I made a promise to myself that I would never be that person, and I would never allow myself to treat people the way I didn't want to be treated. And so I feel that I'm very mindful about this. And those who know me personally will agree that that's kind of how I live my life. I mean, obviously I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, as we all do. And, we're all just simply doing the best that we can. And so I guess a great strategy to implement into your mind is that whenever someone hurts you or you're frustrated by their behavior, just remember that everyone's just simply doing the best that we can with what we know and what we have and where we're at. And develop that type of compassion and tolerance towards others. It'll really set you free from a lot of emotional struggle that you don't deserve to subject yourself to. So, with that awareness comes a responsibility, and when you separate the word responsibility, it really means the ability to respond. So, pass it through those three doors first. Is it kind? Is it is it is it fair? Is it loving? It might have been something before, I don't know. I'm just ranting. I'm on an emotional trail right now because, I was rattled awake by this dream, and now I'm just questioning certain things. And, I don't know who's watching this. I don't know if you're still watching or if you're still paying attention, but, as a conscious relationship coach, I'm really here to bring awareness and really help provide wisdom around certain heartbreaks and certain things that you're experiencing in your life. And I really created Goddesspreneur Academy from the ashes of my, when my heart burned. And I just want to make sure that everyone's in that empowered place and they're making good decisions based on a healthy mindset and a healthy attitude. And, you know, in order to really have success, it's all about those relationships. And I'm really tired of watching phony people go around and smile in your face and then talk behind your back. And I'm really tired of seeing these types of habits in humanity. And I'm really tired of watching them. And I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm just doing the best that I can, and so is everyone else. And I think it's a good idea to really consider your own behavior before you start knocking others' behavior. You never know what that person's experienced until you've walked 1,000 miles in their shoes. Just something to think about. I don't know if this video makes any sense, but I just felt like sharing. So if you really want to explore more about what a conscious relationship means and how conscious relationships really impact your whole entire life, send me a private message. I want to talk to you. I'm going to go back to sleep.